All right, it is week 8 in this planted tank experiment I've got going with my tissue cultured plants. And as you could see, things look pretty good. Tank on the left obviously is stem plants. We'll start there. And things are looking decent. Talked about in the past how the light is not strong enough. So I did order a stronger light. I will keep which one a secret until it arrives though, so it might not be for another 2 weeks or so. But fingers crossed it works well for me and this doesn't just become an algae-filled mess. There is some sort of brown diatoms appearing on some of the plants, especially some of the Sturgeini in the front, but I have seen the Autosynclus eating it, so hopefully the rocks has some too. But yeah, hopefully I don't make things worse. Whatever, with the new light, I will try to keep the intensity of it down. But not too bad in this tank. Overall, because these are tissue culture plants, I've had very few algae problems. So I did a water change and I removed most of the utricularia that was starting to float up. There are some little bits of it still stuck in the other plants that over time I'll try to remove. But yeah, otherwise things look pretty good. I'd say with this sort of not that intense light, probably the Limnophila is the most attractive and doing the best with these conditions. You could see hard to capture it, what it looks like in actual life versus on video. The leaves are sort of really pale, almost whitish quality to them. But yeah, I'm curious to see what will happen once I get that brighter light, especially with the little autos hanging out on the glass here. But this Rotala should hopefully change quite a bit. That will be fun to see. So anyway, now on to the 46 gallon. One thing I've noticed is this little lamp-eye killifish are definitely growing and they are much better at eating. I'm still grinding up just sort of flakes into powder for them, and they are more aggressively making an effort to get some food. So that's a good sign. I am hoping they will start breeding. But yeah, this tank looks really good. I'm gonna zoom in down here on the Bucephalandra. And I don't know if you can see, refocusing, stop it. There's gotta be a way to make it not auto refocus while you're shooting a video. Like that I've gotta look into that because that's annoying. But I could see the Bucephalandra, I don't know if it's visible, but you could see their roots starting to form and cling to the driftwood, so that's pretty cool. The plant behind it is that Cryptocorini. Let me see if I can get from above. Cryptocorini nurii, which is really wonderful looking. Hoping once I have the brighter light for the other tank, I'm gonna add the light from that tank to this tank. So this tank will have 2 current USA lights. And I'm hoping that will keep the plants more compact. One thing that crypts do, they can grow in low light, but they will sort of reach up to to get as much light as they can. So look at like this their growth habit becomes sort of very leggy and tall. Whereas I've seen them growing in brighter light and they stay sort of more compact. So I'm hoping that that will happen with more light in this tank too. So you've got the Cryptocorini undulata red behind that rock there. And it is sort of starting to take on a new underwater leaf quality. God, that focus thing is so stupid. This iPhone is letting me down. More visible over here with these guys, this little group of the Cryptocorini undulata red. There behind that, the bright green is Sagittaria, which I thought was going to be a huge problem and take over and be all over this tank. I thought it was going to be kind of like Vallisneria and just go insane. And maybe that is going to happen. Maybe under the soil there are runners everywhere that I can't see, and in a month it's just going to be like filling the tank. That is definitely a possibility. But so far it has not been vigorous at all, and it's almost sort of disappearing. I didn't put that much in this tank, but I did put a few, and that's the only one that's really even that visible. The red leaves behind it is the Cryptospiralis red, and that is so pretty. And then of course the sort of corrugated leaves in the back are the Cryptocorini balancea, or it's Cryptocorini, I think it's Cryptocorini crispatulata variety balancea maybe. So that's pretty neat. The moss on the rock here looking good. The mosses in the center are looking really nice. I'm super thrilled with that. And of course all the Bucephalandra. So yeah, I am really enjoying this tank, and I am really hopeful for what the future will look like for this tank. Fingers crossed, things continue to do well. There is, again, on this tank, there are some diatoms, which hopefully the autosynclist will take care of. But I'll do a water change on this tank soon too. So yeah, that is the 8-week update. Hard to believe it's been that long. Actually longer than 8 weeks technically, I guess. 8 weeks with plants, but the tanks did sit empty for about a month. So really this has been a 3-month project. I really took my time with this, so yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. Of all my planted tanks, I can consider each one sort of a lesson for me to sort of learn how to do things, learn how different plants grow. And this has been the sort of best outcome I've had so far, so I'm pretty happy about that. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next week, and hopefully within 2 weeks or so, there will be a new light for the tank on the left. So yeah, all right.